and I have more than 8 years of experience as a Sitecore developer. I have been providing training to multiple MNCs like Waco, TA Digital, and also like I am certified is with Sitecore 9.0 plus I am also certified with Sitecore 10. Also, I have certified with Cobio for Sitecore developer exam. Plus, like I'm certified with the platform essential for developers e-learning. Like that is a basics. Like that tells you about you have cleared the basics of Sitecore. Is going to be the scope of the demo. That is like we'll start with the basic like overview of the site code, and we'll go through the installation and setup, like how to install and set up the site code, as it needs multiple softwares to implement the site in the site core, like Visual Studio, say SSMS, like SQL, and there are like a whole table, like what version you are going. According to that, the requirement will change, like which the Visual Studio version will support the which was like a specific version of the site code. So after that, we'll go through the data in the site code, like templates, fields, workflows. So that kind of topics we'll go through. So that will help you understanding the pace of implementing the site core site. And after that, we'll go through the configurations, like what are the configurations we need to implement for implementing the site core in the site. Like there are different kinds of configuration if you are going for a multi-language site, or if you are going to a multiple site solution, or you are going through the like you are following Helix principles and all that. Like there are different configuration needed, and there are some securities and customizations present. So we later will discuss about that. Like you need to provide some like you will be having, as this we are talking about the site for CMS. So you will be having different roles for different kind of people. Like suppose a author, content author is there, so you need to provide like roles according to that. Like so that comes under customization and securities. And if you are a developer, you need to have the admin, that kind of customization. So later we'll talk about the Helix tools and best practices. So Helix is the principles released by Sitecore, so following which we need to implement the site. So that will be the best one of the best solution, so that later we in future, if something is we want to add new features to our site or something, so Helix will be the best practice solution for our, is going to be best practice solution for our site. And later we'll talk about experience marketing, as this is a site for CMS. So there are three categories. Like one is developer who is going to implement the site. Later the role comes for the authors who are going to provide the content to the site, and later the role comes of the marketing team. So this experience marketing will help in that. Like we will be talking about EXM and FXM. There. So later we'll talk about the SXA and headless CMS. So SXA is one of the solution in which the front end and back end developer can work together and work parallelly during the implementation of the site, so that we can achieve the goal in less time. And SXA is one of the like provided solution from the site code, that is totally different hierarchy in creative for creating the site, implementing the site in the site. Later comes to the headless CMS. This is the new hottest thing in the Sitecore terminology. So headless CMS. So in which we will be talking about Sitecore JSS and how to implement the site in Sitecore JSS. So this is going to be the scope of the demo. So this is the whole course outline, which is almost similar what I just shared in the demo. So here, like the additional topic is going to be a Sitecore certification, like everything you need to know about, and how what are the dumps present currently present online where you can go to get help in clearing the exam. And later we'll go through the practice, we'll provide some practice test, and we'll have some interview questions so that it will help you in getting the job related to Sitecore developer. So later, if time allows, we will go through the once this course is done, if we'll go through the add-on topics as well, which are totally latest technology in the Sitecore. We can say our latest Sitecore features like XM Cloud. Currently, Sitecore solution, like previously it used to be on-premise, later it went to Azure. So currently, like see our CM and CD both things we will implement in the XM cloud. So like we'll talk about that, and later about Docker containers, creating the image of the server, and about the Sitecore TDS, like process of serialization and deployment. So there are some additional course resources where you can go through and have the get help from those these links, like dev.sitecore.net. It refers to release info, whatever the new information released related to Sitecore, if new patches got released to fix any issue in the Sitecore, or you can get the installation quick installation guide for detail there. And there is one learning.sitecore.com, this free course, you can go through that. There are some free courses for new joinees, and if you are in a corporate world, if you are a silver partner or gold partner, so according to that they will provide you some free courses, so which you can go through and get the certificate. Like even they will sometimes they provide the completion certificate, or sometimes you need to apply for the exam, which will be chargeable, and you can get certified in that particular technology. Like currently order cloud, sitecore 10 exam is going on, order cloud and box ever, these kind of certifications are going on. And here is some one of the doc.sitecore, where technical documentation you can get it from, like if you are stuck somewhere, or like if you are going to implement any site, you can go through and provide the best architecture related to that. So some of the documents you can find here. Also there are some communities where you can directly post your question and get the answer from the experts, Sitecore experts. And there is one channel like where you can directly chat with Sitecore experts. So this will be like this is going to take less response time if you are posting something. So there are many people who are expert in Sitecore, or previous MVPs, so technology MVPs who are working here, and they will resolve your query related to site concept. And there is one community where there is there people discuss about some site code topics, or site code things they have found, or something needs to be implemented, or some they are going through some, they found they came across some fix need to be done on the site code. So that kind of uh, that kind of discussion goes over here community forums. You can ask the question as well there. So and once the training starts, we'll go through implementing a project, like how to develop a blog website using Sitecore. So we will go through that topic, and we will try to implement that particular thing in our blog website. So by the end of the training, so we will be implementing, we will be ready with one of the blog site, which will be having we like creating custom domain, create like articles, how we can add articles to that site, which will be having header and footer, and implementing we'll implement the solar search as well. So this is the required system requirement for once you start with the Sitecore implementation. So there are some system requirement. This is the prerequisite, like you need to have high speed internet, desktop or laptop, and plus these are some system requirements we need to have before we start implementation. So Microsoft Windows 10 or above, 64 GB, or like these minimum like SSD, 500 GB SSD. So there should be 16 GB minimum memory. Otherwise, that Sitecore will not like 8 GB also it will work, but that is not the best practice which we follow. And like there will be like one .NET framework needed. So either this or like whatever the latest available uh, pack, like not less than this, and ASP.NET MVC 4 or later, or Microsoft SQL Server 2016 SP1 or later, or IIS 10.0 and Visual Studio 2017. Like currently 22 is going on. Like minimum you should be having 2017, and Solar 6.6.2 as Sitecore internally uses of Solar Search. So about mock interview, what we have shown in the training is that in last we'll have some interviews. So after completion, of course, we'll conduct mock interviews for participant for the trainees to so that they have some prior experience of getting interviewed about the site code before directly attending the like directly having the corporate interview. So this will add on their experience and increase the chances of getting selected. So why we are follow like what kind of questions will be there like in the Sitecore. So here are some basic questions like for beginners, like what are the steps to implement Sitecore site. Like this is the like mostly asked question, like basically like many Sitecore interviews starts with this kind of question. So uh, like these are like commonly asked questions in Sitecore interview. What are the different types of publishing and what is the difference between them? So this like if you know the difference, so this will be a very basic question for you. But actually, like many experienced people also got this question in their interview, and many people got stuck also when they cross question about the difference between the publishing types of publishing. How to implement Sitecore custom pipelines. This also like this is basically to check that guy is not like who is attending the interview like is not like a content author. Like if he has like this is the one of the thing, like if anything in the Sitecore you can like basically Sitecore provides like this thing will work in this manner, but if you want to customize that thing, so everything in the Sitecore is implemented with the pipelines, so you can customize those pipelines and make Sitecore work according to you. So this is the best thing about the Sitecore. So this is also one of the most asked question. And what is Sitecore workflow? So there should be some workflow like when you are publishing any uh, content to content to live site or something. So once some workflow should be followed in which like content will get approved, then only it should go like by suppose by mistake you have published some item which not need to be get live by that date, or like it is not was not ready to get live. So there should be some steps in between. So those steps are called as workflow. So once that content will get approval, then only it should get need to go to live site. What are the different types of patching? Patching means like what I told about like a site for customized pipeline. Suppose you have customized something, so you need to run that thing before. So that kind of patchings, different kinds of patchings are allowed in the site for. You need to patch before or after. Some pipeline should run after that. You need to run that patching what you have implement, or like you just like this is also kind of customization in the site. But we'll talk about this later. So currently, the most like asked certification related to Sitecore is that Sitecore 10 .NET Developer Exam certification that includes that Sitecore 10 features plus the basics of the Sitecore. So after like if you have this, so there is some additional weightage to your resume, like to get the job for the site with the Sitecore overview, and later we'll start discussing about the Sitecore templates. So, what like before understanding the Sitecore, we'll first understand what is the need of CMS and what is CMS. So, like CMS is basically content management system. So why that is needed? We can directly code and that we can deploy that to production or live, and that content will get displayed like whatever we want to display on the site. But here is the need, like suppose for an example, if we take like suppose that here is the new year, and in every site we see like one trademark, like registered mark on the footer, on the left or right bottom of the footer. So many times that says like registered 2021, or like suppose this new year happened and now it is 2022. But on the 1st of January, like once the like 31st December happened, and it is just 1 minute after that. So it needs to show like the expected behavior is that it needs to show 2022 after that. So either one thing is that like you need to programmatically do that job. Other like this is the example, like many things can be there which needs to be done after that year happened, or you want to show something just on the New Year Eve. So like suppose so here, suppose in the midnight of 31st, you need to show the registered mark to show 2022 instead of 2021. So now you called your developer, but he's not available because like he's on leave, or maybe like it is not his working time or something. So now it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult to change the code, because no everyone is not familiar with the code, like where you need to go and change. Suppose you tried to change, but it rendered started rendering something else because you are not familiar to code. So here comes the content author. So content like this in if you are using CMS, so if you want to change something, so once the site is implemented in the CMS, so this is like very generic or like general task for the um, content authors. So just to go one of the field and just to change that to instead of 2021 to 2022, and it will start displaying. So this is the main thing or main work of the CMS. Why this got introduced, because there were many problems in, and like this is cost saving you for you as well, because like you don't need developer for every change on the site, because previously everything was coded like hard coded on the site, and if someone needs to change, so every time you need developer, which will cost you high because their technical skills are used. But here only content authors can do, and it is easy to do, like anyone can do if he has some training about the Sitecore or like any CMS. So this is the basic need of the CMS. So after that will come and like the CM, we know about the CMS like and why it is needed. So we'll come to Sitecore. So currently in Sitecore we have three kinds of people working with Sitecore. Like it enables three kinds of like different people who can directly work on Sitecore CMS. First is like the developer who implements the site in the site code, and once the site is implemented, now suppose someone wants to do any content changes on that, like suppose someone wants to change the carousel or any image or any text on the site, so they can directly go and change that anytime. So only content author effort is needed in that, which is cost saving, and plus like less time taking as well, because if the developer is going to change in without CMS, if some site is implemented, so it is going to take much time and testing is required for that. And first it, so like here just like content author will change that thing and he will publish. Once it is approved, it will directly start showing on the production side. So after that, the thing comes like suppose one core result is the content author has changed. First, the site code is developer has implemented the site. Now, content author wants to change some carousel. Happy New Year. He wants to show on the first gen. He has done that, and some offer he has listed on that. And now here comes the like if we have implemented the site code analytics or something that, so the marketers can get the report from the site code as well about the analytics, like how many people have clicked on that particular carousel, and how many people after clicking on that particular carousel went to that page and they have downloaded, how many people have downloaded that particular PDF or whatever the, like went to, like we can have any path analyzer or something like that, we can track the user as well on our site. So here comes the marketing team into the picture. So all three people can work together on the site. This is the main function of this Sitecore CMS. So now we'll talk about like how to implement the site. So for that, the very basic thing we need to know about the Sitecore if we are going to start the implementation in the Sitecore. So we need to understand like what is Sitecore templates. Like for like basically like what are templates, first we'll discuss about that. Like templates means something like is already defined. And like for example, like on Microsoft Word there are some resume templates are available. So we directly download that and we start writing in that, so it will show that resume in that manner, the information on the resume, what template was present. Like on the left side you want to show your about your hobbies and address and all, and on the left side you want to show about the technical things. So that was already partitioned on that resume template. So that kind of template in Sitecore also we need to create, because suppose one of the site is having the page where we need to show the heading, and then later one carousel, and then later some content, and then later like four partition are there on the page, heading and then carousel, then some content and then some footer. So we need to show that kind of data on the page. So for example, we can take this as well. Like suppose this is a web page, here we can see like one heading is present and later two bullets are there. So this is first bullet and this is second bullet, this we need to show on the page. So and plus on the left we want to show one image. So for this we'll implement a Sitecore template means like one template should be present where you will write the heading and it will start showing on the web page the heading. And same thing with the like with this unordered list. So these bullets you will show, you will just content author will type here and it will start showing on the site, and here somebody will insert a picture and it will start showing here. It will start showing that picture. So that kind of implementation we need to do. For that, Sitecore first needs to we need to create one template so that it will uh, provide authors so how to, like where to put the content which will start showing on the site. So suppose we have created a template, like we need to create a template in, I'll show that a demo here. How we came here first, like we'll go through that. So this is the Sitecore. Once you log in the Sitecore, this is the desktop of the Sitecore. Or maybe you can get to the launchpad. From there you can directly go to the content editor. Like this is the desktop what just we have showed you, and you can directly go to the content editor. So we'll go to the desktop first. So we go to desktop and then content editor. If we would have directly clicked on content editor, so this window would have appeared directly. So once you go to the desktop, you have some other options available. You can switch to, if you are admin, you can switch to web, or like you can go through other options as well. So here, if we want to create the template, so this is the structure of the Sitecore. Here are layout, media library, system, and templates. So if we are talking about the templates, we need to come inside the template. So here we can see different templates. So suppose what example we have taken, that we need to show one heading and then like one multi-line text, we can say like UL, and later like one picture. So for that, if we want to create any template, we need to create a structure for that. And so this is an example. So I'll create, for now I'll create a new template here. So new template. So suppose here the template name we are providing as page content. This is the base template. Base means some predefined fields which will get inherited to your current template. Like what template we are going to create is page content, and later what base template we need. If we need, then we can provide it. Otherwise, we can remove this as well. So many times, like some predefined fields are needed. Here, standard templates means like it will have that workflow and publishing those kind of things as well. So So where we want to define that template, enter 5G, enter pages. Okay. So once this template will get created, yeah, I got created. Yes. So here we are able to see one builder option here. So means like here is a section name. Section name, like suppose we are providing the data. Data means like here is one section, like one item can have like one template can have different sections. Suppose for you, we are having one image section in which like four kinds of images are required, like for big screen or fun laptop screen dimension or mobile screen and then tablet. So that will create one image section, and under that four kinds of images will take from the user. Uh, so here we are providing just a data section here. So first thing was for us was like first heading we want to provide. So we'll say like heading as a field name. So this is one field name, and what needs to be like this heading is going to be the single line or multi-line or like how we are. So for now, our requirement is single line text, but here we can see there are many different field types are present. So these many are there, but there are commonly used field types are single line text, multi-line text. Multi-line text means like more than a one line text if you are having, so you can provide the multi-line text. There is one rich text as well, rich text field as well. Here is that rich text field means you can provide your HTML styling as well in that. Like if you want to provide like it has some classes or like some styling applied to you want to apply to that field. So you can like basically it is used in many times in description kind of field. Like much data is present on the page and that is not in the sync with all the sites. So some different HTML is needed in that particular section. At that time we use rich text editor or like another is like multi-list is present. So the multi-line like there is like link fields are there, like in which we want to provide the links to the field. Like okay, we'll talk about the field types later. Like for now we need like that is our heading is a single line text and every time it will be a single line, so we are going to provide a single line. So source is not required now. Like these are mainly required in multi-line text or like tree structure. Like when we are the field type is tree also, at that time we need this source to show like what particular specific structure need to be shown there, make available to user to select. And here that is the our first thing what heading was, and here we can provide multi-line. Here it is. Okay, so this will be our multi-line text, and later we need one image. So we'll say image, and there will be one field image. Here we can see. So this will take input as image from our Sitecore media library. So if we save this, so this is our normal template creation. How we have created the template using the structure like pyramid. So we got some structure in our mind. So basically, templates are the structure of the item. or of the page, you can say. So here we have created the structure, means heading first, then description, then image. So we have particular structure. So now if we are like, we will talk about standard templates, or like some standard values, or like some like different types of standard values to provide. We'll talk about that later. So suppose if now we are going to create one item using this template, so how it will look like. Suppose we are coming under 5G, under home, and here we have created one item, insert using template. So it will ask us, because currently we have not assigned the template. Like we can see like two templates were already shown, and later the third option was insert from template. Because currently we have not assigned that template to home. Once we assign that template, so we can directly get the option that using that template we can directly create the item under home. So that we need to assign manually from our side. So currently it is not assigned, so we need to tell the Sitecore from using which template we want to create, going inside the structure or tree structure of the template. So meanwhile it is taking time to load, we can talk about the different types of template. So there is one data template. Data template means just what we try to create. Data templates mean just to show normal data, like it has simple fields, like single line text, multi-line text, style line text, or some image, or that kind of fields. So that will called as data template. And just we need to show some data directly. We'll create one structure, and that will apply, use like create one item using that template, and just will provide some data, and we will try to show that on this site. And another type is branch template. Branch template means like this was data template, means like one template was there, and just we, maybe we have inherited some template, that much is data template. Branch template means like one template is having different number of templates also. So that kind of thing is here. Like suppose for example, if we take uh, we have one e-commerce site. We want to introduce like our site is like to sell all the electronics item, and today we want to start selling about mobiles as well, means smartphones as well. So we want to create one template. It means like one smartphone name template will be there, under which different section needs to be there. Like suppose one is like is under smartphones, like 6 inches screen, and or like not screen, like we can go according to different types of mobiles. Like suppose our category is mobile, so one will be mobile, under which different like smartphones will be there, and later some other phone like a normal phone will be there, dual sim phone, or like quad sim phone, that kind of like different types are there. So and we want to create one branch using that. So directly we will create one template, and when we'll create the item, so whole structure will get uh, the item will create with the whole structure, like same with the like. So using that we can directly introduce the whole category of that on our site, what we have created the branch. So suppose like to like we want, we have e-commerce site, and every 1 month or 2 month, or like later we are going to increase the different types of category or different types of products on our site. So if we have one branch template which will be having different categories defined, so it will be easy to create the template. Suppose today smartphone we have created, like introduced, and later suppose like different types of washing machines we have introduced, or like that. So we can directly create the item using that. So I'll show the example related to that as well. Let's see. Yeah, it is loaded. So here is our 5G. We'll go inside this. Okay. Yeah, so we have created under pages, and yeah, here is our page content. So we have selected page content and what is going to be our item name. Suppose for now we creating a sample. Okay, this is done. So now we have one item available which is under home where we have created under 5G, and here we can see it is using the template pages page content. So we have added three fields. One was heading, one was description, which multi-line. Here we can see it is a multi-line. This is a single line, and here we have one image field, which if we have added any image under our media library inside the Sitecore, so we can browse that and get that image here. Later we'll read these three fields from the code and we'll show that on the uh, site. So this is the basically like how to create the template. So we'll go through like the data template first. Like we were discussing about branch template. So branch template was nothing but just to add the whole branch. So I can show you like type of branch template here as well. So where to create the branch template, we need to go inside the branch under template under branch. Here are some available branch template already. So this is one of the branch template. So if we create the item using this grid template, so this whole structure will be present under that item. So what example I was telling about, like suppose this is a one of the product under which this is one of the category under which this is the description of that, like heading of that product. And this will be mainly discuss description of that product. So we'll create item using this. So this the item will having is gonna have full structure of branch template what we have defined here. So these are branch template. This is our branch template, and like talking about command templates means like normally creating the item using the template, but like on creating the item you need to run some code as well, or like you need to apply some code or something needs to be happen when this item gets created. So that thing at that time you need to use the command templates, and you need to provide which command needs to be run, which piece of code need to be run on uh, creating the item using this template. So this is what's about command templates. So let's come about like different types of data templates. Data templates, when we come talk about, like there are page template and data source template. Much difference is not there between these two. Why? Because data source template is just a simple template what just we have created, what just we have showed in the demo. So, but when it comes to the page templates means data source means some data was associated, only data was related to that. When it comes to page template means some page need to get attached to that. So let's talk about that. Let's come to that in template again and see like how to define a page template. So suppose this was our template. Okay. So I was talking about like standard values. What are standard values? Standard values means like when we have created the item using this template. So it was not having any values here. These all the fields were empty. And suppose the code is written in a way that read all the childrens of this home item and um, read all the childrens of this home item and show the heading field of this on the top or whatever that kind of code is written, and somebody created the item. So now these fields are empty. Hmm? So if that code will read and that is empty, and that code is written in a way it is not taking null or like empty field, it will start showing an error that can be handled through the code well. But for example, I'm telling, or like suppose this is heading description, like one page is having many different kinds of components. So sometimes content authors also gets uh, confused like what to fill. Like suppose there are five kinds of headings are present and we have provided heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, that kind of field name, which is not the one of the best practice, but suppose they gets confused. So to provide some default value, either to make understand content author about that or to handle the code in a good way. So we provide the standard values to the templates. So template standard value means some predefined like default values, providing default values to the template. So how it has been done? So here we'll see. So we come to here, we come to the template and on the builder option. So here we can see standard values. So once we click the standard value, it will create the standard value under this. So in a standard value, if suppose we have given some default name here, heading. Heading means suppose there are five headings, this heading needs to be shown on top. So here we provide top, this much content. Or there are some Sitecore tokens as well, like dollar name. If we'll provide here dollar name, which we'll talk about later, dollar name. So it will create like they are predefined tokens in the Sitecore. We can create ours as well, like custom code tokens as well. So if we'll provide here dollar name, so it will create when you will create the item using this template, it will like fill the value with the name of the item that dollar name will do. Like these are the working of the predefined tokens. But here just we want to show like suppose our job here is to just to tell the content author like this is going to be the top heading. So here we have provided top, and this is the like description. Suppose 5 or 10 types of different descriptions are present on the page, and here we want to just show the like it needs to be this description is one of the description which needs to just come under the top description, top heading. So this also we have provided top, because after this something else is there and the different section is there, so we can provide uh, like middle heading or middle description, that kind of thing. And image will be like for now let's keep this as an image, we are not providing anything. Like we can leave something empty as well. So if we have saved and also like we were talking about the page template, so here in the presentation details of the standard value, if we uh, provide the layout to this page, to this template. So when you will create the item using the template, using this template, so it assign the layout as well to that item. So then it will be called as page template means we want to some show some we want to assign predefined like we want to defaultly assign some page means layout, like some HTML code to that particular item when it is created from that specific template. So we provide that in the standard values. So if we create the item now, or we can see that particular item as well, okay, that changes came for that as well. Yeah, here we can see we have provided the standard values. So now these were empty. So the main work of this, like it will suppose there are two items over there. In one, there one was previous item which was having already content here present, like some content, some content here and one image. And now this is a sample item we have created again, and now we have provided made some changes in the standard value. So it will not touch that item. It will not show whatever the empty fields are there. Only there those standard values will get applied. These were empty, and so these are have started showing that uh, things like that values. And now we'll go to here, and here previous up to now we have not provided any layout to this. So now we can see like this is the layout present, like already present to this item. So this is the working of page layout. page template, sorry. So page template, this is the data source template. So about folder templates, like what are folder templates? uh, Folder templates do not have any fields like how we have seen here, single line text, multi-line text, or image. These do not have any fields. These are just to define the structure, like to the content. Means here we can see, like when we are coming to templates. So under templates, we have created one user defined. Under user defined, we have created one 5G. Under that, we have created three component pages and shared. Under that, we have created page content, which is the template. But before that, how these were used, these were folder templates, which are just to structure the template, like the content where you want to show this. So this was one of the things for like folder templates. These are like base templates. We have already like discussed about this. Like base templates are like, suppose you are creating one item and using some template, but you need some of the base fields. Like every time, like on all the pages, there will be one heading and one description field. Minimum, any page will be is going to have this thing. So one base template you can create for that, so that it will like it will be like reduce your time and the data redundancy as well. Like again and again you will create the every template, and you will have need to have these two fields also. When like almost all the templates are going, or maximum templates are going to have minimum these fields are as well. Like one is heading, one is description. So you can create one template, mm, name as base template, or any name you can provide it as, and create these two fields for that. And when any template you are creating, suppose you created this page content. So while creating this, we got one option to like get the standard template as a base template. So we have created that. So we can see here when sample item is there. Hmm. So here, these three fields we have created, but it is having these many sections as well. Which, why these are coming? Because we have taken a base template as while creation of this template, page content template, as standard template as well. So standard template is having these many fields, so that's why these fields are also coming. These sections are also coming here. So suppose here we were talking about base template. So same thing, like base template also needs to be shown here. So we can do one thing. We can come to that particular uh, template. We can go to inheritance. Here we can see like these are the templates. But if we go to content, and here is that base template share. So if we'll go to any of the templates, if we want to have like currently standard template, every time you will create the item, it will having the standard template fields as well. So if you want to have any one more template to this, like which will be commonly common fields across the things. So suppose if we have taken this common text, which is having one say multi-line text field. So this is one common text we have taken, and we have saved this. Okay. Whenever now we'll create the item using this template, so it is going to have those three fields what we have created under this data, plus these base templates also. These are here working as base templates. So these two will also get add on after that fields of this page content template. So let this save one. um, yes, it is done. So if we go to the item. So here we can see, if we refresh this item. Okay, now we are able to see one more field in between. what we have used as a base template here. So we can see this comments is also present now, which is part of the common text template. So this was the functionality of the base template, like something like, so this field, whenever you will create the item using the page content template, and this is given as a base template. So this field you will be able to see every time to that item. So this will be this will reduce your the same work redundancy.